Good afternoon, Plymouth Bobcat football fans. We have homecoming and the Timberlane Owls as our team. Paul is with me here, so it's the Mike and Paul show. What do you think, Paul? What do you think, Paul?
What do I think? I'm glad we got beautiful weather after the torrential rains all week. Canceled soccer and field hockey. But we got our work cut out for us, Mike.
Yeah, we've got two undefeated teams meeting today, and the scores for Timberlane have been extremely convincing. They're averaging a little over 40 points a game. They're not giving up much of anything. I don't think they've only been scored on, I think, in one game. And they're a good football team. They're seasoned veterans coming back. There's some juniors that are very, very good, and their senior quarterback and some of the other seniors provide great leadership for this team.
Veterans from Pop Warner days. No, they've been together since then.
Yeah.
And so that's something to be said for that. But I think coming into Plymouth, first of all, with the history here, you can't rule out if it's going to be an upset that Plymouth wins. You can't rule it out.
And again, Timberlane runs more than they pass. They have good team speed. But Plymouth, if they can control the ball, again, as Paul and I have talked about the last 3 weeks, is that if you can keep the ball from the other guys, you've probably got a better chance of at least staying close, if not beating them. So I wouldn't rule Plymouth out by any stretch, even though we're not picked to win today by some folks. But it's all done on the field.
I didn't see what the Union Liar had to say, but they picked it right last week. But Plymouth, I don't know. Well, Plymouth is not going to get out-coached, Mike. You know that. So if it boils down to a coaching decision or a turnover or special teams, I like us at home. I have to say I like Plymouth at home.
Yeah, I think there's always a home field advantage to some extent. We went down and beat Bo. Bo turned around and beat Sauhegan last night.
Amazing.
Which Sauhegan looked like, I think still they're a very strong team.
They are.
But I think Bo, by beating Sauhegan, showed that it might have been a bad week from last week, but they're still going to be in the hunt.
I agree. Bo is a better team than they showed up last Friday. But that was a different ball game with the emotion involved. And, that was tough. But they righted the ship. They're back on the rails. And to beat Sauhegan, I think, is a good win for them, and they're going to be formidable in the playoffs.
Yeah. So with Timberlane, though, we're going to see most of the kids that we played against last year. They've got a handful of juniors and a couple of seniors. The quarterback we didn't see much of last year, and I'm not sure if he was injured during the game or for part of the game, but he's a speedster and can throw the football. So they've got probably 3 excellent running backs and receivers that can make it happen.
I forgot about that part that they remember last year. We stole that one.
14-12.
It was a big win for Plymouth. Cole Johnson had a big contribution, running 97 yards. Some great play calling by Chris Sanborn, which he always comes up with when you least expect it. And that's what I'm hoping for today.
And I think that I watched a little bit of film from last year of Timberlane, and they pretty much have the 35 defense where they got their 3 men covering the center and the 2 tackles, and then they got their kind of walk-away defensive ends that make adjustments. And their second level players, the linebackers and corners, come up very, very quick. I didn't see a lot of stunting, but they can cover from sideline to sideline very, very well.
Well, you called it early. If we maintain ball control, you keep it out of that offensive team's hands, that's going to shorten it up and won't get as many scores. And it could be, I think it's going to be a tight one. Yeah. I think they called it 21-14 or, I think it's going to be a tight one. We do have a kicker. I don't know if they do, but we have a kicker.
Yeah. I watched the punter. The punter kicks 35 yards, probably on average. So that's not bad, but I did not pick up on the field goal kicker or the extra point kicker.
We're down a few of our best players, though, Michael, who are both ways, defense and offense and special teams. You got Swanson with a wrapped-up knee. He may contribute today if they need him, but he's not really. He's dressed, but he's not supposed to play. Yeah. Eddie Camp's going to go offense only, from what I was told. And Joe Peters, who had surgery on his wrist, is out.
Yeah.
That's a big loss.
Yeah.
He's been a great contribution on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
So
All three of those players have been. They're starters, and they have been contributing huge.
But as they say, as Todd Austin would say, is the next man up. And this is their opportunity, and maybe they'll take advantage of it. It's something that Timberlane's not looking for those numbers. Those are different kids.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting a really good game. I hope it's well played and no one gets injured. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Well, it's one thing about Plymouth. I think that size-wise, we may not match up quite as well. But Plymouth's tough, if nothing. Plymouth is extremely tough. All the Plymouth teams have always been hard-nosed, and that's what will keep them in the game. And, again, if there aren't turnovers, then, Plymouth's got their shot.
Timberlane remembers what happened last year. I don't know what their prep is, but they know there's no gimmies up here.
Yeah. So
whatever you get today, you're going to earn.
Yeah. So either they're going to have post-traumatic stress from last year, or they're going to want to crush Plymouth. And I believe probably the second is what they'll do.
Well, we'll see.
They're going to attempt to anyway.
We'll see. Should be a good one. Yeah. Got a perfect day for it.
Mm-hmm. And today I just want to mention quickly there'll be a halftime ceremony for Plymouth High football Bobcats who were killed in action in the war, Vietnam. And we have Tommy Davis, who was probably the first of those, number 30. And Tommy was a great guy, local fella from Holderness, and just a good athlete. And there's other guys, too. I'll get on to them later. But we just had the toss, and it looks like the ball is going to be kicked to Plymouth, who will receive.
That's going to be Dylan Welch time.
Let's see what they do. Yeah, it's almost a good idea to just squib the ball. Line drive it to get it down inside like the 10, maybe the 15 or the 10, but it doesn't give the wall time to set up, and it doesn't give Dylan a chance to get around the corner. So we'll see what happens.
Number 30, Tom Davis. Number 30, Jared Van Alst. Number 40, Mark Dakota. Number 65, Doug DeCenzo. Number 87, Steve Batchelder. These former Bobcats are unable to be with us for this homecoming celebration after making the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Please join us in honoring these 5 and all other men and women in our armed forces with a moment of silence. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in honoring America of our national anthem. Today's national anthem will be performed by the Plymouth Regional High School Pep Band under the direction of Mr. William Gunn.
And playing the national anthem, Bobcats are going to be setting up to receive the football. And we've got the beginning of what we expect is going to be a very hard-fought, tough game.
Yeah, this will be a real test. This will be a real test.
Absolutely. And actually, Coach Sanborn, when I interviewed him last week, talked about the meat of their order coming up, where they're going to be playing Kennett week after, along with, let me see what we got.
No patty cakes. It's going to be a challenge, but Plymouth has always been up for the challenge, and they show up on the tough games.
You know, and looking through the teams they have coming up, they've got Timberlane today. They have Kennett, Merrimack Valley, St. Thomas, Guilford, Belmont, and Sanborn. And Merrimack Valley has shown some real strong offense, and Guilford Belmont is undefeated at this point in time. So it's not going to be a cakewalk, but I think the Bobcats are up to snuff to make it happen.
Who do we have deep, Michael? Got to be Dylan and Crowley? Can't tell.
Well, I can see that
We got Dylan Welch on the
we need to zoom.
closest to us.
We got 3 men back there. Nope, 2. 2 back there. Dylan Welch, I'll guarantee, is one. And we had the wide receiver.
Yeah, Jake Crowley.
Jake Crowley.
That could be him.
And it's a high.
Wisely, they kick it to him.
Yeah, and he's coming around. A great block by Dylan. And they chase him down. He gets taken down on the 21-yard line.
It's okay. He didn't lose that loaf of bread he was carrying, so that's good. First-year player.
So, Bobcats with the ball on their 21. 1st and 10.
We have to see who's in there for Joe Peters. Next man up could be Brock Tanner or, well, we'll see.
Okay, so Bobcats shift to the right. 2-12 off tackle.
Oh, my God. Is that Ricciotti?
That is Ricciotti. Ciotti down to the 40-yard line of the Owls. Great first play.
Anthony Ciotti, not Ricciotti. Ciotti. What a great run. Right off tackle right away.
I knew he was an Iotti.
Yeah, he's in there.
That was a great run. And you know, those great runs, they go off that inside the tight end hole. And you got the backside guard or the front side guard pulling, and he kicks that guy out to make that crease that he got through.
Right away into Timberlane territory on their 40. That's a nice start.
So the Bobcats have got their flanker to their left. Now they shift over again as they did before. And it's fullback again.
I think he picked up 5 anyway.
Yes.
Long 4. Well, with the Timberlane offense scoring so many points, Michael, maybe the defense hasn't had a real test.
True.
And this could be their opportunity to figure out what they got going. But right now, Plymouth is in control and moving the ball beautifully.
So we're looking at about 2nd and 6, 6.5.
Again, right up the middle. What a great run. He jumps outside. That's going to be Dylan Welch into the end zone. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. Because what they did is they ran a straight dive, which is a real quick hitter. Welsh is incredibly quick and fast, which is a great combination. He took the ball, and all he needed was a crease.
Again, the boys in the trenches, Michael.
Yeah, and we've got, you know, he would have run behind
Big Tyler Stokowski, 77.
Eddie Camp.
Eddie Camp's playing offense.
You got Sanborn at center.
What a great run. What a way to start the game.
Well, I think that's going to be a surprise for everybody, but the ball's down. And
Will the thrill? Did he hit that?
He did. He didn't get under it quite as he normally does, but he did put it through, so we got
It's
Bobcats up.
Worst kick of the year.
And it's still good. You know, that's the thing, is it ain't pretty, but it got through.
Michael, 3 offensive plays. Plymouth puts it in the end zone.
Well, you know, in situations like this, Paul, where you find out the mettle of the guys playing for you, and I certainly do not count Timberlane out. We haven't seen their offense yet, so we'll see what happens. But, you know, those plays were all running plays. They were all off tackle, straight ahead. They were all well executed. People made their blocks, and Plymouth just did a great job.
Ciotti has been a workhorse all year, and Dylan Welch is coming into his own, special teams, and he's also playing defense. But what a terrific run to start this game off with. Plymouth with the early lead, just 10.5 minutes into this first quarter. And they're going to kick off now. Will the Thrill hopefully put one deep.
And we'll see who's back deep. I think we have number 24.
The speedster.
Maybe that's 20. He is quick. They have good speed. It's number 20. Number 20 gets wrapped up and tackled by, looked like Matt Cleary, number 19.
At the 25-yard line. That's okay.
And, you know, Coach Lamb said that these offensive players that Timberlane has, they have great speed. So the key is to try to get them before they get ramped up into full speed. So Bobcats are going to have to be pressing hard against this offense.
Well, defense has got to be keyed up, having just put 7 on the board. They got to feel good about that. Shotgun position. He's not over center. Is a shift.
Plymouth, Coach Lamb put that in a few years ago where
the jump.
You get the jump, you get the realignment, and you know, those guys on the offensive line just react to it. The one team that didn't was Bo. They never caught Bo. But now it's 1st and 15 from the Owls' 20. And we have the clock's being stopped. Not sure why.
Talking to the chain gang, or I don't know who that is down there.
We got to mic those officials up. Okay, I guess that was, we're all on the same page.
2nd and a long 15. Again, out of the shotgun, Mike.
It's a handoff to the fullback up the middle. Number 26 is right at the base of that.
He got 5 yards back, so they're at the close to the original line of scrimmage, or just a little short, actually.
Yeah. Brock Tanner on the tackle on that, Paul.
He's going to see a lot of action today. I already saw him on offense. So he's got his work cut out for him. I think he's up for the challenge.
So we got Matt Cleary as inside linebacker.
That's the speedster keeping it. It's being chased by number 81.
Quarterback kept it.
He had him.
And, oh, boy, you got to wrap, you got to wrap, you got to wrap. That was a good gain.
Jake Crowley had him. Slipped out of the leg tackle. Got away with one.
There is a flag on the play. We'll see what that was. But the quarterback it was the exact same play previously, but he kept the ball in that, as there are usually 1 or 2 other things you can do off a single play. And I think we're going to see a little bit of that. You've got a quarterback that can run. You got 2 other running backs that are good. You got options.
I notice on the WMUR highlights, the Bo quarterback was a little more involved in their offense.
Yeah, well, because
he's the threat.
This one was against Plymouth, and they stepped off 15 yards. So I'm not sure if that was. Well, we couldn't see the official. I don't know if it was a face mask or personal foul or whatever, but that one's going to hurt the Bobcats, and they certainly can't afford to start with that.
Timberlane and now in Bobcat territory. Should keep their drive alive. From the shotgun up the middle. Good run, 24.
Fullback again.
He almost broke that, Michael.
He as well. Yes, he did. And he's the guy that Coach Spear mentioned. There was a real speedster. He can, once he gets going, he can fly. And the bow line is pretty good size.
Tackled by Dylan or Brock, 26 or 28. Could have been Brock, but it could have been Dylan on that tackle. It was because that kid was gone.
He was. So we have first down on the Plymouth 30.
Guys are moving the
And he
chains.
spread pass out. They've got that covered pretty well, but not until he gets... Well,
How come we're not tackling?
Well, I don't know. I think they thought he stepped out of bounds.
No whistle, though.
Well, there is now, so we'll see. They might have caught it late.
Somebody on the ground for Plymouth. Coach Sanborn's over him.
That was a stand-up pass to their set man. The guy wide was there to block, and it was pretty well executed. And it looks like they're...
Somebody's on the ground. Somebody's hurt down there, Michael. Got Bruley over there. They cannot afford to lose any starters off this team.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see. I think it's a Bobcat. I saw a little bit of blue, I thought.
Yeah, no, it looks like one of ours. But you're right about that Timberlane offense. They are on the move. But there's another big penalty here, Michael.
Holding penalty on that, which is a bit of a reprieve, but hopefully we're not going to lose a player.
Moves it all the way back. Looks like it's going to be first in about 17 yards. That player's not getting up right away.
We're on the 37.
There it is. They just got him up. Yeah. 84. Hard to see these numbers. Will Fosey, maybe? He's a sophomore. Yeah, he's looking like he needs a little help to get over.
Yeah, he's getting assistance.
That's too bad. It's one thing you don't want to see. So it looks like a leg injury.
Oh, yeah, he's not even putting weight on it.
I think it's number 84. It's hard to see from up here.
Yeah, even with the close-up that I'm getting here, it's...
We'll get our athletic trainer, Mr. Bruley, right on it.
Okay, we're back, and Timberlane's got a quarterback, fakes the handoff and keeps himself, and he's down to about the 30-yard line.
Got a few yards back.
Yeah, and again, that was the, you get the quarterback look. He fakes the handoff to the fullback. He goes outside. That time, he faked the handoff, hesitated a bit, and then went right up the middle. I don't know if you'd call that a quarterback draw, but that was kind of the effect of it. So we're 8 minutes, 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Bobcats up 7-0. Timberlane knocking.
Still from the shotgun. He's looking down there. It's a nice play. Got it covered. He'd have been gone if you didn't tackle him on that one, Michael.
Yeah. Well, I was watching the pregame.
That was good one-on-one. I don't know who was out there.
I was watching the pregame, and the quarterback throws the ball very well on those kind of passes, plus the outs he's very accurate with. So that was a well-thrown ball right into his waist. And,
that cutback gets you, Jake Crowley held on. That was a good tackle by Jake. Because he's one-on-one out there.
Yeah. So we're looking at third down and about 6 or 7 on the Plymouth 26-yard line. So this is a huge play, even though we're in two-down territory for sure. Quarterback sweep right, and he's being chased down. He is caught, but he may have gotten the first down. There's a flag back behind.
Referee's trying to.
Well, somebody on the Plymouth sideline is running their mouth because
somebody helping the coaching, the refereeing. You can't help the refs. We know that. So somebody who's helping out, but the flag is out there, Michael, and it's going to be a hold against Timberlane. So that's their second one. That's going to hurt. I think he had enough for the first.
Yeah, it looked like he had a first down on that. Somebody on the sidelines got a little bit excited and overstepped their boundary, and the head official came over and let him know that this is not going to happen, which that's the warning, and if it does happen again, they'll be throwing flags because you can't have that going on.
No, you don't need to help these guys. They can make a bad call all by themselves. It's not a problem trying to help them.
So we're looking at third down and about 17 or 18 maybe.
Another big play, Michael.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a crossing pattern in the secondary.
Again from the shotgun.
And the quarterback was...
He's got him right there.
And that was number 50. That was number 50. We know who that is.
Jeffrey
Lyford with a great play. The quarterback looked like he was going to do the quarterback draw again, but then the lanes were full. He didn't know what to do, and he went up, and Jeffrey put the wham on him.
He crushed him.
Yeah.
Big bear hug.
Great play.
Big loss, 4th down. It's not 2-down territory, apparently.
Well, they're going to look at field position now, probably, Paul, and try to get Plymouth deep. But if they kick it to Dylan, let's say I would try to hang it up in the air. Low, and the snap is fumbled, and Plymouth.
Oh my goodness!
Plymouth's going to take on to start off on the 39-yard line of Timberlane. So we're seeing something that probably Timberlane hasn't shown in the first 3 games, with penalties and a bad snap. It wasn't a bad snap. I think the kicker took his eyes off it.
But that was Matt Cleary in a minute. Yeah. Dropped him for a big loss. What a break! So we stopped that vaunted Timberlane offense. They shoot themselves in the foot a couple times with some big penalties. Yeah. And then we show up on defense with Jeffrey Lyford and Matt Cleary. Beautiful job.
Yeah. So here we go. Plymouth's got the ball.
Yeah, they're in Timberlane territory.
Yeah. And it's a straight dive again to Dylan. He got tripped up, but, he was pretty close to breaking that one, too.
Yeah, he's going to have a good workout today. You know that the coaches on Plymouth they did their homework. They're prepared. They found the weakness in this Timberlane defense, which nobody worries about because the offense puts the points up. But so far, Plymouth has been in control of this game, and they're moving the ball.
Okay, and Plymouth's in their double tight offense. Strong left.
This is a good stop by
Hand
Timberlane.
Off to the fullback. Fullback runs into the... Timberlane stuffed that hole. Running back ran into the hole.
It's a big gang tackle right there. I think it was Anthony Ciotti had that ball. Yeah. Tried to bounce it off and cut outside. Did not happen.
So we're looking at 3rd down at about 6.
Plymouth is in it to win it. They're not intimidated right now, Mike.
No. Well,
I think they know they have a chance. They have a ball game, and they don't care what the prediction says.
Same formation as last time. Plymouth with double tights.
Right there, off tackle.
And it's
a couple yards. Too far for a field goal.
So we're looking at 4th and about 4.
Yeah. What do you do here? A little swing pass?
Well, they've been the 212 or the off tackle has been worked for them twice. The straight dive with Dylan hasn't been stopped. A couple of times they've run it. So they're covering the center, so a sneak is not really something they would do, I don't think.
A little counter, maybe.
Could be.
That's been successful all year at the right time.
Now they've gone to the speed sweep, so we may see them speed sweep to the outside on this. Well, quarterback keep. He's around the end. He's got a lot of room.
Go, Cross, go.
He's got a 1st down, runs out of bounds around the 25-yard line.
Smart. Doesn't take a hit.
Very well. Well, they had, Paul, they had motion coming towards the school one way, and they had the fake handoff and the keep by the quarterback. It was a very well-run play.
Chris Sanborn calls it right. He knows what he's doing. He calls the right play at the right time. Yeah. Keep the chains moving.
Well, and the thing is, you've got a pretty athletic guy at quarterback with Curtis.
We got flags, Michael. We got flags.
I thought I heard that terrible H word for holding, but yeah, they're stepping off.
I didn't see the signal, but it looks like a 10-yarder, right?
Yeah.
That would be the hold. That's a shame.
Okay.
Half the time you don't even, I don't know. He was free and clear, going to make that gain himself. You don't need to hold anybody. Now we're going to punt.
They're going to punt, and that's the right call at this point. You want to get field positions is critical, and you want to get make them go as many yards as possible to get the pay dirt. So.
I think it's Parker Eastman back there.
Yes, it is. Snap's good. Gets the punt off, no problem.
Gets a good roll inside the 10. We'll take it.
Down to looks like just inside the 8-yard line.
Just under 4 minutes in this first quarter. Plymouth in control, 7-zip. Over a great first offensive series. 3 plays and a touchdown by Dylan Welch on a great run. Defense has stood up tall.
Yeah.
Held Timberlane to a punt.
Unfortunately, the hold, they had a first down and they would,
I know.
Money would say they were going to score either by a field goal or
they were
touchdown.
they were going to march in. They were on their way in like they do. I don't know what the hold was. Something the coach does not like.
Quarterback's keeping it. Pops outside.
There's a hold right there. No call on that one.
And a nice tackle by Curtis Cross. Went in head first, took his legs out from under him. He made a couple more yards after that. But
Matt Cleary finishes him off.
Yeah. We're looking at second now and about 7 or 6.
Keep him in the hole here. 3.5 minutes this first quarter, and Timberlane has not scored. I bet that's a first.
Yeah, I would say so.
Still in the shotgun. Gives it to the speed merchant, 24.
Gives to the fullback.
He finds a lot of room on the outside. Good run.
He's down to about the 28-yard line.
Good run. Gets him out of the hole. That was Jake Crowley on the tackle. We got the helicopter. I think it's ESPN covering this game today. Just quick pass.
Well, unfortunately, it's probably Dart.
Last time I saw that was Joe Dudek breaking Walter Payton's record at Plymouth State College.
I was coaching that day.
They had the helicopter there. Here we go. First down. They move the chains, Timberlane. It's going to keep it.
Quarterback's keeping it, but they're on. Oh, he breaks a tackle and sizable gain.
Another flag.
And
it's a hold against Timberlane. 10 yards from that point, I think, Mike. Is that what they do?
Not sure.
Not very. I'm somewhat knowledgeable, but it looks like 10 from there.
Maybe we can ask the guys from Kingswood.
Again, Timberlane's not helping themselves.
No.
You can see they have a powerful offense, but they're getting tripped up. That's probably the third holding call against them.
Well, you know, the other thing is I don't think they, the first 3 games they had did not
a lot of alumni here.
Yeah. Oh, a great tackle one-on-one by...
I think it's Crowley again,
it was.
number 81.
Crowley came up and caught number 9 by the ankles. Good job. Well, prior to that, we had a penalty for holding again against Timberlane, and then Plymouth just made a great defensive play. Now we're looking at second down at about 17 or 18, and that was Jake Crowley was up on that in a heartbeat and had that all taken care of. But like Paul Ferentz said before, Coach Lamb's got these guys dialed up. They know what's going on, what to expect.
Lamb does such a great job on that defensive end.
Well, now they got a tailback. Let's look at the pass, back to pass. Long pass, it's overthrown. Pretty good coverage.
Great play.
Curtis Cross.
All the way back there with him.
That was their one of their speedsters. They've got number 20, who is pretty darn quick himself. That's Matthew Williams, who's a junior. He's 5'7", 155, and he's got some wheels, but Curtis stayed with him.
Well, if he got a little behind Curtis. That put him on the hands. That kid could have been gone, but we'll take it. Third and long again.
Yeah, what I noticed with the quarterback is pre-game, he did tend to throw the ball long, overly throw it, but he was good on the stuff that was short and quicker.
Low rollout.
Let's do it again. He's going to either run and
get stuffed.
Lights out.
Tyler Stokowski, number
We
77.
had Matt Cleary and
Matt Cleary,
Dylan,
again, he's been all over on defense.
Dylan Welsh as well. So now we're looking at Timberlane, Paul. They're going to be punting from, the punter will be back around his 5-6 yard line.
They cannot get an offensive series going.
No,
They're struggling.
He's actually back even further. And the punt, was almost blocked. Great fair catch.
Great call by Dylan. Played it safe.
Yeah, that was Matt Cleary almost got a hand on that. And the thing is that Matt could have hit him, but he didn't. He was able to pull up, but he was real close to getting that. And Dylan, that's, again, a great call. You know, fair catch with people coming at you is not the easiest thing to accomplish, but Plymouth got the ball on.
Look at the field position. We're inside on their territory again.
43-yard line at Timberlane, 1st and 10. And let's see if we can mount something here.
It's Anthony going to get a couple yards.
And that was the 2-12 again, which is our off tackle to the fullback. Guard dives, the halfback on that side dives, the guard pulls, kicks out the end guy, and we cut it up.
We're 30 seconds from end of the first quarter, so we may not get this playoff. Curtis in with the play, and it's counting down. It's under 10 seconds. We may get it off. Yep, here we go.
And that's a straight dive to the fullback up the middle, and that doesn't fool anybody.
No, they're waiting for him.
Never see Adi on that.
That's the end of the first quarter. Plymouth in control, 7-zip. Timberlane has not gotten into their offensive rhythm, but they had not expected this defense showing up today.
Yeah. Well, I think the other thing, too, I don't know if I mentioned it before. Probably I did, and I'll repeat myself. But when you play against teams that aren't quite as good as you, you kind of get into a situation where it's easy. And Plymouth's kids are not easy, and that's maybe why don't make as quick a move as you should. You grab a shirt and hold somebody instead. So when you're playing against a team that's very well coached and aggressive and pretty good talent-wise, I think that you tend to do things that you you wouldn't have normally done. But it's just a matter of trying to slow them down.
They know they're in a dogfight. This will be an incredible win for Timberlane, and I don't know the last time they won here. I know last year we stole one from them, but it's the end of the quarter.
Well, it's been a good first quarter. I think that unfortunately there have been a lot of penalties, which doesn't help, but we'll see how that goes from here on. So Plymouth's looking at 3rd and 6 or 7, Paul.
From the Timberlane 40. Quick one right there. Did they lose it? Somebody took it from him. Oh, my goodness. Did he hand off to that kid? Going all the way. He's going to get 6.
I didn't see it.
Big number 70.
See it. We got replay on this thing?
I think I wouldn't say he handed him the ball, but
well, we have to apologize.
Nobody hit the ground.
That happened so quick. It's like the quarterback turned to hand to the fullback, and it appears that 76 took the handoff.
That's a gift. There's a Christmas gift early for Timberlane.
Of course, things like this, too, can stem the tide and turn things around.
Right.
If you got, Now we're going to see the kicker here, see what his, how he does. Ball's down, it's up, and it's good. We got
Line drive. Got it through, 7-7.
And that's Harrison Bloom. He's also a junior, and he's the kicker, and looks like he's okay. We didn't see a big, powerful foot with a lot of height right off the bat, but that's maybe just like Will doesn't usually kick the extra points like he did last time, so maybe that's just one and done. But We'll see.
That could have been a broken play of some sort. Wrong guy going through, but it looked like he handed it right to number 70.
Yeah, well.
Nobody near him. He just rumbled down the sideline for easy 6 points for Timberlane. That's a good break for them.
Number 70, Evan, looks like Rozier, senior, 6'2", 248. Well, and he had some decent wheels, too, so. All right, we got Jake Crowley back with Dylan Welsh, and the Owls going to be kicking to the Bobcats, and they're kicking from the hash, not the middle of the field, so who knows? We got an onside kick coming, or what are we going to try here?
You have a choice with that?
Yeah, you can set the ball wherever you want on the line.
Oh.
Yeah. Normally, people go to the middle.
Right.
Nope. He kicks it off. It's going to go back. Dylan's got the ball. They've set that wall up on the left-hand side, but number six, one of their speedsters, he breaks through and makes the tackle. That's Dominic Palaria. He is a senior, 5'11", 182. And
unblocked. Good coverage. Couldn't make that break. Down to our 15-yard line. We got our work cut out for us this second quarter. Just begun. Timberlane tied it up on some kind of fluky broken play.
Well, that's the thing that when you look at the Timberlane team, you've got several guys with great speed. And a kid making a play like that was huge. But also on the offensive side of the ball, somebody breaks loose and gets outside, these guys can fly. So we're on our basic wing T, strong right. And there's a whistle.
A couple yards. That was Welch. Dylan got him a couple yards anyway, 3 or 4. We haven't thrown a pass yet, Michael.
Not yet.
We're saving that for the second half, I think.
I wouldn't want to try to just keep up with this team. I wouldn't want to get behind on them.
No, the defense is doing fine. That was a fluke that they scored. We just got to move the ball, move the chains. Oh, boy, here we go. Good rollout. He's going to run out of bounds. Timberlane tried to crush him, big number 50. Curtis is smart. He runs right out of bounds. Picked up a yard, maybe. So 3rd and long from inside our own 20 or right on the 20. And this is it's got to be a good call here.
Well, we haven't seen a speed sweep yet. We've not seen a trap yet.
Little counter.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens on 3rd down. The ball is at the 20-yard line. You don't want to get too fancy.
No, you got to be smart. Too much time, or somebody call timeout?
A timeout, Plymouth. So this is probably a good time to settle it down, talk to the boys, tell them, hey, listen, this is our situation. Now we got to make sure to make no mistakes and execute. And Timberlane's over there saying, like, just keep pounding them. We're not going to let them up.
I didn't check on all of Timberlane's opponents. Are they 3-0 or 4-0?
They're 3-0. This is the 4th game for them. See if we can. Like I said, they've been scoring a lot of points.
Right. Defense has not had to do that much work.
Plymouth's back on the field. It's 3rd down and about 6. And they're in their their speed sweep offense. Motion.
Oh, my
Quarterback's
goodness. He
rolling.
throws a duck.
Well, and they they were all over that. They were coming from
they're right on him.
The side that he rolled to, and really didn't have much of a chance to set his feet or anything.
Yeah, the little fake did not fool anyone.
Well, that's the thing. When you're looking at third and fairly long, you know, it's unlikely they're going to run the football, probably percentage-wise, even though they might.
Parker Eastman now. He's got to get one off, a good one.
Yeah, they've got one man back. Good snap. Parker kicks it.
Good ball.
Down to he's getting a Plymouth bounce.
Good ball.
Down to the Plymouth, about the Timberlane 46-yard line.
Nice kick by Parker. A little pressure back there. You got a good kickoff. Defense has to go to work now. Hold these guys, shut them down. Don't let them score this half. 10-minute mark, 10-minute 30-second mark, 7-7. Timberlane with a big play on a missed handoff of some type. I'll have to get the details on that. Big number 70 rumbled in for a touchdown. That was a nice gift. Let's see how they do now.
Plymouth's covered everybody in the defensive line, and they just bull up the middle for about 7 or 8.
Getting good yards. The old bend but don't break. Plymouth has done a good job on defense. Again, that one fluke play got him on the board, Timberlane. Tyler Stakowski in there, number 77. Good defensive line down there. I think Eddie Camp is just playing offense.
Yeah.
It's another one. You got plenty of room.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you what, they
It's
had.
that number 6 you talked about. He almost broke it.
Yeah. Well, if you watch, Plymouth had, they didn't have anybody deeper than about 5 or 6 yards from the line of scrimmage. So they are looking for the run and coming up. But the thing is, with nobody behind you, if he does break a tackle,
gone.
It's as an old coach of mine used to say, Katie, bar the door.
Timberlane moving the chains. They're inside Plymouth 40.
Again to the tailback. Tailback cuts around, makes...
Picking his way.
Now a flag on the play there.
Yeah, I bet it's
a second flag.
I bet it's a face mask.
He's walking over and talking to...
Oh, it's against Timberlane
official.
again. What a break.
It's a hold on Timberlane. We'll take whatever we can get. This is...
That's in the 4th or 5th penalty. It's something they have to clean up. Just when they're on the move, they get penalized.
Yeah. And I'm not sure who the penalty was on. I'm assuming somebody in the line, but don't know. So we're looking at 1st and about 13 or 14. Quarterback's keeping the ball. He's following through.
Oh, it's on the ground.
Number 64, Caden Sanborn, wrapped him up.
I think they recovered their own fumble, luckily, for Timberlane. Just a few-yard gain, just 2 yards on the run, Michael. So Plymouth defense is holding up.
That was a nice play by Caden Sanborn. The quarterback is just faking the handoffs and following the backs, which gives him, 2 or 3 people blocking in front of him. And Caden wrapped him up pretty good. That was a nice play by him.
2nd and a long 11.
And again, they're just doing the same thing to the fullback, and he's going to grind down for a couple of yards.
Picking his way. Matt Cleary's in on every tackle so far.
Yeah, we're looking at... Matt Cleary, Jeff Lightfoot was also in there.
Big play here. Got to hold him here. 3rd and a long 7, 8. They got a good offense, this Timberlane team. They got a lot of options with the speed and the passing.
Yeah.
See if we could hold them there.
They're in a power I right now, and that Plymouth.
That is something we don't usually do, Michael.
Looked like Eddie Camp.
Something with a 4,
Came
74.
across.
Yeah, big 74. That's Anthony Barrett. Jumped the gun a little bit there. That doesn't help.
So now we're looking at 3rd and about 3, and quarterback is under center. They're in a power I, and reverse pivot to the fullback, and the fullback is running wide. He's got the first down, and Crowley caught him, but not until after he'd gotten a first down, and it's 1st and 10 now. Looks like the 22 or 23 of Plymouth.
I thought he had him. Then he cut up field, got away with it. So the Timberlane moving the chains again. Down to 7.5 minutes in the second quarter. Still tied 7-7. Timberlane trying to punch one in here on offense. They haven't done that yet.
We get timeout Plymouth again. So Coach Lamb is going to bring his boys in.
He's figuring something out. He's got to figure something out here.
Well, chances are somebody in the interior line is getting caught up somehow, and allowing Timberlane to get through the line of scrimmage quicker, get to the outside. But you got to remember too, Paul, these running backs have all got pretty good speed. I don't see anybody that's slow out there.
No, they're tough. They're fast. Quarterback has options, and he can run it himself. So they're starting to figure it out. And every time they're running up the middle, they're getting 6, 7, 8 yards. So got to hold tight here.
You were talking about Timberlane, and they played St. Thomas, Kennett, and Merrimack Valley. And they faced Guilford, Sanborn, Pembroke, Kingswood, and Milford after Plymouth. So I think their road will not have too many bumps until the last game against Milford. And that's the second back through. He's kind of tentative in there, and Plymouth wraps him up after a couple yards.
Looked like number 26, Brock Tanner, met him head on, and he got a lot of help from the gang tackle around him.
Yeah, Lyford again was in there, I think.
No gain, maybe a yard. Plymouth loves to stiffen up inside the 20. They just hold on.
Okay. It's a respot of the ball.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
I don't
they
think
gave him a yard.
Yeah, I don't think it was a penalty. Somebody over there was telling the official to do a better job, but
I heard that.
Quarterback's back to pass. He's got number 9 open. Oh, and a beautiful defensive play by...
That was Crowley.
It was Crowley. He made a phenomenal play on that. He went up, and
look at the sportsmanship.
They both went
it
for
helps
the ball.
His kid up.
And he's helping 9 up, pats him on the head. Heck of a play by Jake Crowley. He had good coverage. 9 got behind him a little bit, but when the ball was in the air, basketball came into play.
I thought number 9 was pulling him down. I thought there could have been a flag on that. To see that replay too.
Well, I think
Jake was right with him. He had a better chance at the ball than him.
Yeah, but I think it was kind of an inadvertent. They were both kind of going for the ball. It wasn't like Jake did nothing to inhibit the receiver.
No, it looked like the receiver knew he couldn't get it. Was going to pull him down.
Quarterback hands off to the back, and whew,
what a great tackle right there. It's
that was
19,
our boy, number 19, Matt Cleary.
Over the place.
Wrestler.
Yeah, he's having a great day.
Matt Cleary is quick, and he's strong, and he plays heads up. Matt is also a very, very smart kid, very intelligent. I've known him since he was a little kid, and he was always had that second level thinking, even as a youngster when he used to hide under the desk by Mrs. Blake and scare her in the morning.
No, he's a great student athlete. Big play here, Michael.
It's fourth down and 9, so
I don't know what these guys are figuring out. The defense is stiffened
I would
up.
watch number 20 on the top of the screen here. They get one-on-one. Someone's calling a timeout. I think it's going to be
Timberlane.
Timberlane, because I think
we're out of timeouts.
Yeah, we might be, or we might maybe one.
Maybe one. What do you get? 3.5.
You get 3.5. Yep.
This is a big play for them. They don't want to give up possession right here. They're thinking they're going to punch one in. We're at the 5-minute, 40-second mark before the halftime. Still 7-7. Plymouth defense has answered the call. Tom Lamb makes his adjustments, and the kids respond pretty well.
And if you look on the Plymouth sideline, the boys are all coming together because I know what they're going to start doing. They're going to start chanting on 4th and 9. EBD. Teams come out and line up.
Doing this without 2 of our better defenders who are out, our captains.
Quarterback throws wide open. Receiver steps back, spins down to about the 3-yard line. He was wide open.
Well, there are a number of people out there. He had his pick of the litter.
Well, let's just say there was no Plymouth person with that receiver.
Well, I'm saying there must have been a miscommunication on the defense or something.
Well, somebody didn't read the right key.
Plus he had plenty of time.
So we're 1st and 10, 1st and goal.
It was a big play. They answered that call.
There's your fullback cutting up, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Timberlane takes a lead, 5 minutes and 10 seconds in the second quarter. They're going to go ahead of Plymouth. In Plymouth for the 14-7 lead if he makes this kick. Plymouth has got their work cut out for him now, Mike.
Snapping the kick, the extra points up.
Good
and
job.
It's good.
14-7 at the 5-minute, 10-second mark, second quarter.
Harrison Bloom puts that one through for the extra point. 14-7. Plymouth's got to might have to open it up a little bit here. We haven't seen screen pass. We haven't seen like tight end delay. We haven't seen some different pass. We haven't seen the wheel with the guy coming out of the backfield up the sidelines. But I'm sure that everybody in the world, having seen that be successful, is probably defending that during practice every week.
Big play by Timberlane on that 4th down. Gutsy call. Pass play is always tough. You don't know if the kid's going to catch it or hit him right in the hand. Sometimes they don't get it.
Well, it was,
gutsy call.
Good call. It was 4th and 9, so they really had to go to the air against this Plymouth defense. And I don't know. I think they could do more damage if they wanted to throw more, but we'll see. Kicks
deep, fielded, coming around the right side.
With the middle, and he's
holds on to it, almost to the 25. Not bad.
Yeah, well, we've got the guys blocking the receiving side aren't staying with the blocks, and you got to stay with blocks on the kick return.
We got to grind one out here and get a score, Michael. Be my call. 5 minutes before the half.
They're calling out the wheel on the other side already, so they're getting ready for it. And they've gone to pro formation for the first time in the game.
Curtis is going to pass.
And it's a screen pass to Welsh. Welsh, they stop him.
Yeah, there are more defenders over there than blockers.
It wasn't a poorly run play. It's just that Timberlane was all over it.
Yeah, they got there in a hurry. Got there in a hurry. Couldn't get Dylan to get his, speed up. He is a formidable weapon.
And the thing is, just as Timberlane may have, been a little slack in the beginning of the game, playing against teams that maybe weren't as good as Plymouth. Plymouth also, they had a decent bow team they played against, but they're also playing against a very good team right now.
Right.
And there's our speed sweep with Dylan.
See if he can turn the corner.
He's looking to, but
oh my God, he got stuffed.
Lights out.
He's going to lose some yards here. Timberlane's getting jazzed, and they're feeling it.
Well, I think they got their equilibrium back. I think that first series of Plymouth took them a little by surprise. Now they're getting back to their basics. So the team speed that Timberlane has too, Paul, they have so much team speed, it's going to be hard to run around them.
No, we didn't beat anybody to that corner, that's for sure. They're waiting for us. This is going to be a 3rd and long 8. Looks like a passing play to me. You got Crowley out to the wide to the right.
Yeah, we got motion coming this way.
Ooh, the old trap, and they stuffed it.
The trap.
I'm counting on that play to work, Michael. They stuffed it. They were waiting on that.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, the problem with the trap working is you have to be running the other plays well to get people to spread out a little bit, and they've stuffed. The speed sweep hasn't done anything. Their straight dive has been okay, and their basic off tackle. But we got Parker Eastman back to punt on 4th and 11.
He's getting a workout today.
From Plymouth 10, so we're going to need a good kick here.
Oh.
High snap.
Oh, he gets it off.
Just got it off, and it hits and doesn't take a Plymouth bounce.
Just at the 50 or 40, looks like the 45 of Timberlane. Yeah. So they're in business again on offense. Parker luckily got that off. There was a crowd coming at him.
Well, and this would be a good time for Timberlane to run their 2-minute offense. We got about 2.5 minutes left in the quarter. They might want to do that sort of thing because they've got some great pass patterns out there. Then again, they've got the lead, and they may want to just grind it themselves.
Yeah, they would love another score here. They're feeling it, and the momentum's going. The defense has showed up for them, and they'd like to do what they do best, put some points between them and their opponent. And 2 wideouts. Could be a passing play here, again from the shotgun.
Oh, and our line reshifted again, and Timberlane jumped, so it's going to be 5 yards against Timberlane.
They got him again?
They did. They did.
They go for that every.
It's one of those things. Why'd you get the black guy? Well, I didn't listen the first time. Not that I am at all talking about violence. I don't mean that's a good thing, but it's just like they didn't learn the first time, and now they've done it again. So.
Okay, 15 yards, first down.
And it's to that fullback, running through, tough, grinding out, back up inside 10 yards.
Gets a good 6 yards back.
Yeah.
They're on the move. And
so we're looking at 2nd and 9 from Plymouth's 38-yard line.
Yep. Quarterback keeper.
Quarterback's keeping it, pops outside, and a very, very good open field tackle by
Curtis Cross was there, number 12.
Yep, and right behind him was 26. who is
Brock Tanner. Is that
Tanner?
Brock?
Yes.
Boy, they're going to have a. Yeah, they're working hard on defense, but this is quite the Timberlane offense. They're doing well, running, passing.
Well, that's just it. When you've got a number of people, it's like our running backs in the first 3 games. You know, we had all those guys that could step in, Ciotti and Matt Cleary and Dylan and all those guys. And they have some great athletes on this team. They have Dominic Palaria at a running back. They've got the quarterback, Ethan Stewart. They've got number 4, Andrew Morin. You know, they got a number of guys that are pretty good athletes out there.
3rd and 3.
Straight ahead with the quarterback, and he's running through, and he's broken.
Oh, my goodness. There's a tackle right there coming up. Number 81, that was Jake Crowley. God, he's been tough on defense.
Yeah.
He just saved a touchdown.
On the backside, I thought we almost had a clip pushed in the back from Timberlane, but he held up, which was smart because the play wasn't anywhere near him.
Well, Timberlane offense is having their way right now, Michael, and they're inside our 15, right? I think they're right at the 11.
Yep, and the tempo, they picked it up. They're running plays quicker. Number 6 has got it now, and he's cut up inside.
Oh, my goodness. He keeps running in for the touchdown. 3 guys on the ground. He ran right by him.
Well,
tough.
You know,
we're not wrapping up.
You got to wrap, and this kid's 5'11", 182 pounds. He's a pretty rugged kid. Not to mention his quickness and his speed. So you put that together, and it's a guy you don't ever want to let go of.
Well, they got their wish. They're going to score before the half. That puts Plymouth in a 14-point hole, and it's depending on the kick here, but he's been 2 for 2. Up and good.
His kicks have gotten better each time.
21-7. Timberlane shows up in Plymouth, which is, I mean, they got memories here, but they weren't happy memories, but they have showed up today.
Well, it's a very good Timberlane team, and I think that this team's been building over the last few years. They were tough, and they were good last year, probably better this year. And, you know, I think once they recovered from the 7-0 in the first quarter, they got their legs under them again, and they've been showing that they can push Plymouth around a little bit.
Well, we have not been able to break through that defense. We tried a couple things. The trap got stuffed. The speed to the corner, the jet sweep got stuffed.
Yeah. And that's the thing with that.
Maybe special teams will show up, Mike.
Well, special teams, maybe somebody on the other team fumbles or whatever, but, you know, that trap is going to work if you've been successful elsewhere, and it just was not. It takes a long time to develop, and people see certain things, certain keys, and they react to them.
Kicking off to Jake Crowley again. Dylan Welch. Nice kick.
Back to Welch on
Dylan
the 8-yard line. And here he comes. He's around the corner. Oh, and he gets tackled by, looks like, number 19. That was a very good tackle by him. And that's Eddie DiGiulio, who's a sophomore, 5'8", 160, running back and a D-back. He made a nice one-on-one tackle on that. But Plymouth, we have the ball. Where are we, Paul? We're on
25, 24. Not bad.
Okay.
A little room to work. We have, can't see that, a minute 30, minute 10 before the half. So we may try something here. You never know.
Well, you can look and see the secondary for Timberlane. They're playing deeper than they normally have. Nobody's going to get behind them. Got our speed sweep with Dylan, and they run the trap again.
The trap again gets crushed.
And
oh, my goodness, crushed. Look at him helping him up. That's nice sportsmanship by number.
Javon Cador got stuffed on that play, and the guy that stuffed him made the tackle. So you can't give up ground on that.
No, they're waiting for him. That was, I think they gave that number 26, Brock Tanner. I like that play. Not today, though.
Well, I think defensively, I think that was Bryce Parker who stuffed that.
Down to 30 seconds, Mike. I don't know what we're going to try here. There goes Dylan. Holy mackerel, he drops the ball.
It was an inside handoff.
Timberlane takes over on the 15-yard line with 15 seconds.
Yeah. Well, the mesh on that play with the quarterback and the running back was way off.
Yeah.
Cross's arm was fully extended, and it wasn't far enough. And that play usually is run very close together between the quarterback and the running back. And that was Corey got back a little too deep on that, and they didn't get the exchange. The ball dropped, and we're looking at Timberlane with an opportunity to add another
16-yard line. They could punch one in or throw one in, but they only have 15 seconds, it looks like.
Well, I think you're going to see number 20 at the top is a speedster for them. You may see a little one-on-one. Cross has got him. And this is, they give to the fullback, and the fullback gets stuffed, but he's not out of bounds. The clock is still running.
7.
And the timeout is called by Timberlane.
7 seconds. Boy, they'd love to get another one in there, wouldn't they?
Well, I'll tell you, with the cast of characters that Timberlane has, you may see the ball up in the end zone somewhere.
Yeah, he should just, I don't know why he didn't throw on that play.
Well, I think that
why he didn't run out of bounds.
Well, I think he was trying to get out of bounds, but I think that they thought the run would trick Plymouth, that Plymouth would figure they were going to throw the football, so they sat back a little bit and didn't go that way. So I think that was the thinking behind it. But he did not get out of bounds, and that was great that Plymouth was able to keep him in bounds.
7 seconds. They can still run it. They do have options.
It's just going to be time. 7 seconds. If I were Timberlane, I probably would have the quarterback rolling so he had an option to run or throw. But I think I'd even try to get maybe trips in an area and spread them out a little bit and put that ball up there because they got good athletes on the other end.
Well, it looks like it's going to be one play.
And there it is.
There it is.
And there he is in the end, and he's wide open. Oh, but a great tackle by Curtis Cross, and it's an incomplete pass. So I believe we're going to see the field goal team.
Was he in the end zone or no?
No, he was just.
I don't see the end zone line. They have
Yeah, I know. The 2 or 3 yard line was where he was at. But that was a great stick by Curtis Cross.
Good pass. Hit him right in the numbers.
Yeah, that's, before the game, watching the quarterback, he throws a good stand-up pass, a good out. That stuff like that, he's right on the money.
And still 2 seconds, so they're going to go for the field goal.
We've got number 82, Harrison Bloom, made all his extra points. The ball is up, and it looks like it's going to be short, and it is short. So that did not succeed.
That's the halftime. Plymouth down 21-7. I don't know when that's been said before at home.
So
probably quite a while.
We find out what we're made of. And, there have been times in the past when we've had teams that have been good football teams, but occasionally you run into a team that is man for man, just a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, and, you can do all you want. But if they outman you, so to speak, it's tough to beat that. And not that Plymouth can't beat. Plymouth's got enough guns, enough weapons to be able to, Dylan Welsh could break one at any point in time, and Ciotti could do something like that. They could hit Jake Crowley.
We're down 2 starters. Doesn't help. 2 captain starters. So we got our work cut out for us, and we will be back in no time.
There's going to be a halftime halftime event for the fallen Bobcats who lost their life killed in action in the wars, and we're looking forward to seeing that. Good afternoon, Bobcat fans. We're here at halftime after a first half of football to remember the young Bobcats. They were young back when they were here, that were killed in action in Vietnam and later. And we want to kind of honor them by giving you a little bio on those people. And I have Chuck Lenahan here with me, who is a legendary coach for a number of years here at Plymouth High School, and he coached 4 of these young men. And he'll have some input and some stories about each one of them. I can speak to Tommy Davis. I knew Tommy Davis. I was best friends with his brother Donnie back when we were in elementary school, and Tommy was the older guy. He was like the big brother, and you had a guy that was a good-looking guy, great athlete, and he joined the Marine Corps out of high school. Tom, I've never heard a bad word said about him. Everybody thought he was just a great guy, and he was someone that we all kind of looked up to. He was the guy we worshipped as little kids. Unfortunately, he was killed within, I believe, the first year that he was deployed, and sadly, it's been too long since we've recognized him. But in the last couple of years, we've gotten his number up on and his shirt up on the tower, and we remember him as just being a great Bobcat. And Coach Lenahan here has got something to share about each one of the other 4 players.
Well, yes. First, I'd like to say this is a fantastic program, and that sheet is incredible. What a great job. They tell me that Sarah Sanborn put this together, and Sarah, of course, one of my favorites, and great job, Sarah. Really, really impressive. And, of course, Mike Currier behind the whole thing, sponsoring the page and putting this together. Mike, so great to see you still with this program.
Thanks, Coach.
You coached with me many years, and man, oh man, what a great job. And great quarterback coach, and I didn't know much about quarterbacks, so the kids would ask me a question, I'd say, I'll get right back to you. Mike. But anyway, these are great, great young men. Start off with Steve Batchelder, United States Navy. His final year as a senior was 1973, so he played on the 72 championship team, and what a great kid. All 4 of these guys, the thing I remember the most about it is what great team players they were. I mean, the team always came first, and it's just so great to see this. It's unbelievable. Stevie, like I said, United States Navy, graduated in 73, and lost at sea in 1987. Great, great young man. Then you go to 1992, Jared Van Alt's captain of the team, 92 team, United States Army. He was as tough as they come. I never seen that kid so tough. And always up there. And I guess he carried that right over the service. I was talking to his commanding officer, who was another player of mine, Vanek.
Vanek?
Yeah, Vanek. What am I doing? Vanek, and he was just saying that anytime he wanted anything done, he would go, it was really above board, he'd go to Jared Van Alt. So, man, another great kid. And then, of course, you go to 1994, again, captain of the team, captain of the United States Army, West Point graduate, Doug DeCenzo. Have a bridge on here named after him, the Doug DeCenzo tournament, and you just can't say enough about Doug DeCenzo, and what a great young man he was, what a great leader, what a great kid, and it's just sad. And finally, in 2007, with the team, he graduated in 2008. He was killed in action in 2010. Mark Dakota, and I just went to his younger brother Andrew, West Point graduate. He had a wedding reception, a get together after, and what a great kid. Of course, we have the whole soccer viewing area and all that with his name on it. DeCenzo got a bridge on it. Van Alt's a bench out here. Stevie Bass, we better get something for him pretty quick, I'll tell you.
Yeah. So,
We're running out of things to do. But
so, Coach, I got a question for you. Could you could you maybe give everybody a little story that you found to be funny on each one of these guys?
I didn't know. I started doing that, and I got so carried away with the team and stuff that I don't think I could get through it.
Well, you know, with a younger younger brother like Danny DeCenzo, you must have a Doug DeCenzo story.
Well, thank God Doug DeCenzo there to take care of young Danny, I'll tell you. I don't know if Danny would have made it, but anytime you knew something was going on with young Danny, I'd say, Douglas, and he'd take care of that for me. Because he went on to play at Williams College and did a great job, and now he's a football college coach himself. But Douglas was just fantastic, and like I said, Mark with his younger brother Andrew, and he'd bring him along, unbelievable. Steve was the older brother of Dave Batchelor that played back in the 85 for us. And on it goes, you know. Jared Van Altz was, like I said, just they were all just leaders, you know, leaders, and always put the team first. That's what I remember most about all of them. It was like, you know, I guess they didn't get to be captains of teams and the rank they had, lieutenants and master sergeants and captains and specialists in the United States Army that you just don't get to do the things they did without their...
The other thing I recall, because I did coach for you when most of those kids, other than Doug DeCenzo, Jared, Stevie Batchelor, I think I was there a couple of years after that, and Mark. These guys were all excellent students as well, and they were totally involved with their class, whether it be Senate or officers in the class, and they just were positive leaders. And it's really no surprise that they did as well as they did for the time they were in the military. And the sad part about this certainly is that they would have gone on to do even greater things had they been able to make it through the war.
Correct. That's the best point and the best thing you could say about them. They were leaders. They were, and always, you never had to worry about them, and they always put the team first and their teammates first. And I guess I'll never forget that.
Yeah. The only one I want to mention that hasn't been mentioned yet, and he did not play football at the high school, but he went to Plymouth High School, was David Wayne Hildreth. And he was from Warren and New Hampshire, and he was a well-liked young man, and everything I've heard about him from others is that he was just a stand-up guy. Always, he had you six all the time, and he passed away. He was killed in action in 1969, and since then he's had numerous awards, and he's had I think he has a bridge named after him up north, and we just wanted to mention him as well. Even though he didn't play football, he was still a Bobcat, and we just want to honor him today as well.
Right, those two had graduated before I started, so
yeah. Yep.
Right.
So we're going to wrap up here for the halftime, and we're going to head back to the action in just a second. Thanks. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the halftime interview that you saw. We're back ready for the second half. Plymouth down 21-7. Timberlane Owls ahead. Timberlane will be receiving the football second half, and we'll see what's going to happen. What do you think, Paul?
Well, hopefully made some halftime adjustments. Timberlane is all they said they were, and they're showing up. And going to be a heck of a win if Plymouth could pull this one off.
Well, I think you're looking at a team that is, Timberlane is considered one of the top two teams in Division II this year. And, you're going to find out now how we match up. And the thing is that regardless of the end result, whoever wins, it's always tough to beat the same team twice.
Right.
And I have a feeling Plymouth and Timberlane may see each other again down the road.
Nice kick by Will. Receives at the 10-yard line, coming up the right sideline, looking for an opening. And he gets out to the 30, good starting position for Timberlane.
Number 62 and number 11 on the tackle. I think 11 is your guy, Basenwaith.
Luke.
And 62 is Landon Fogg. So good job by those two fellas on the return.
Yeah, Luke's a backup quarterback, a good athlete, big, strong kid, just coming into his own, but I'm glad he's getting playing time. It's going to pay off in the long run like it always does.
He's wicked smart, too, isn't he?
No, he's a great kid, good athlete.
Timberlane doesn't go for the shift. And the quarterback's going to keep this one around the corner. He cuts back inside. He breaks a tackle, breaks two tackles. He's still not down. And about an 8 or 9 yard gain on that.
We have our work cut out for us. Just stay tough. See what happens. You might catch a break, get a little turnover or something.
And you know, Paul, this quarterback, Dominic Capetta, he's a junior, and he's a 6'1", 212-pounder. He's tough to take down as well. So these durable guys that are quick and fast make it difficult for the defense.
And he's back next year.
Yeah. Okay, this one's
rolling out.
Hand off across. Nice
got
job.
room up the sideline.
Nice job spreading it out.
Another flag, Michael.
We might have a late encounter here. But they must have gotten to our linebackers because we didn't really have much pursuit. Defensive end did a nice job stretching it out. But let's see, we're looking at the flag I think we're talking about. Penalty against Timberlane, but don't quote me yet.
Nate Ruff was in on that tackle.
Yeah, it was a push in the back by Timberlane, so there'll be, I think, a 15-yard penalty on that.
They really have to clean that up. They don't have to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how many times today? 4 or 5 times now they backed themselves up.
Yeah, well, they made the first down, so it was after the play, so to speak, and so they're looking at 1st and 10 from their 48-yard line.
Yeah.
And number 6 gets tackled in the backfield. Great tackle. That was number 77.
Yeah, Tyler
Stokowski. He was in there quick, showing some real agility, wrapped him up like a mother bear, and
that is
stopped him for a loss.
That's what it's going to take this afternoon to stop this offense, who's been on the move.
2nd and about 11 or 12. And they jumped again. Plymouth caught him for the 3rd time with the shift.
Late whistle. I don't know what they're waiting for.
I don't know. The center started to make his block, I think, and before the ball was snapped. Yeah. Legal procedure, motion on the offense. Another 5 yards back. Coach Lamb, that is the gift that keeps on giving.
Well, Timberlane's got to figure that out. Championship teams don't do that. If they want to last, they got to clean that up. It's hurt them all day today. And they're still winning.
Back, stand up pass to the wide receiver, wrapping him up. Okay, gang tackles, that's where we go. So nice job defensively done.
Well,
29 lost his helmet, and the tackle was Jake Crowley over there. He met him, hung on to him, got some assistance, only allowed about a yard on that. So.
He's having a big day on defense today.
Well, you know, he didn't play. He hasn't played football till his senior year, but he's an athlete and he's instinctive. He's good, quick. He's fast. He's got good hands and he's a smart kid. So it's great to see him on as an addition.
Yeah, we're glad to have him.
Okay, there's your out. It's number 10. He overthrew that.
Quarterback has a good arm for Timberlane.
He does. He can get it out there.
That was no effort. Put that right out there.
He's got decent size, and he's only a junior.
So they hold him on this first offensive series, Mike. The 4th down. They're going to have to punt from the 50-yard line, and this is an opportunity for Plymouth now. Take advantage. Maybe Tyler Welch can come up with a big play. Mike Boyle on special teams. Wow, almost blocked.
Yeah, they got the punt off.
Kicked it away.
Got a good roll, and Dylan Welch may have touched that.
I know.
But he recovered it just to make sure.
Wisely, but it's on our 10-yard line. So we didn't take full advantage of that opportunity, but that was almost blocked. Somebody got in on him.
Yeah, that's twice now they've almost got there. That time there were 2 of them in there. But Plymouth's going to take over, 1st and 10, from their 10-yard line. So Plymouth's got to mount some kind of a consistent offensive drive here just to get their timing back.
Right.
And to open things up a little. They start running the ball okay, and they're going to open things up so they can run that trap maybe or throw a pass and, mix it in, sprinkle it into the offensive plan.
Not much has worked since that first 3-play offensive series that got us on the board with Ciotti and Welch. But since then, Timberlane defense has showed up.
Got the speed sweep, straight handoff to the fullback, and he gets stopped. They play a nose guard on that defense, and it's really tough on an offensive center to snap the ball and make the block with somebody on your head.
Yeah.
Usually you're getting hit in the head, either with hands or helmet.
That was Anthony. Could not break through that initial line. 2nd down. Curtis coming in with a play. Hopefully something starts moving these chains. It's going to be a long second half.
It's a double reverse, and
Oh
that
my
gets
gosh.
stuffed.
Oh my goodness.
There's such penetration.
They got through the line.
The defensive line and backers are all going on that, and there's so much penetration that it throws the blockers back into the path of the runners, and that didn't fool anybody on that one.
We're on our own 6-yard line. 3rd down and a mile. Very tough spot to be in right here. No mistakes. Well, the counter, the trap, the double reverse. The Timberlane line is busted through, penetrated, and we're waiting for us. This is a big call here. Crowley's out wide.
With 3rd and 15.
He is going to throw it. He's going to go long.
And he's got his man intercepted. He was out of bounds, though. Number 29 made a tremendous grab, tried to double toe touch the sideline, but he was out of bounds, which was lucky for us.
I thought he got that.
Yeah, they did, Timberlane.
I think he did get it.
No. The guy said he was out of bounds, the official. He did the toe tap, but he didn't have both of them or either one of them in. So we're kicking 4th down, and I don't know, they got one. They're going to have great field position on this.
Parker Eastman's got to get one off here.
Good snap.
Oh,
I'll tell you what.
He gets it away.
Number 55 was in there, and Plymouth, the punt goes down to about the 31-yard line of Plymouth. So great field position for Timberlane. They're going to take over on the 31 of Plymouth. And number 55 went through that line like it was like a lookout block. Look out, here he comes. And he jetted through there and almost blocked the ball. Actually, Parker looked like he had changed his angle to the left a little bit to get
away
the ball
with
by him. So it was great getting it by him, but 55, I'm sure Coach Boyle's going to be looking at that and trying to figure out whose responsibility it was for that. Usually on that punt return team, you've got your people on the line of scrimmage that are all pretty much toe-to-toe, and they all step in. So you try to prevent anything coming from the inside. Generally, you see your blocks coming from the outside.
Well, the Plymouth offense has stalled. And losing ground, that doesn't happen often. So the defense is back on the field from their own 30-yard line.
And big fullback, number 6.
Fast,
Stiff
he throws
arm,
us down.
makes the corner, puts his shoulder down, runs people over. He fights down to the 10-yard line.
Got right by Jake Crowley with a stiff arm. And then there was a lot of green grass in front of him, but that was a big gain. And Timberlane is tuned up pretty good right now, Michael.
Well, he did a couple of good things. The stiff arm was one, and then he lowered his shoulder, and he ended up picking up another 3 or 4 yards after that. So this kid's tough, and he knows how to run with the football.
He's back next year, junior.
6. No, he's a senior.
Oh.
But I would imagine he'll play somewhere.
Yeah.
Quarterback again to number 6, cuts up the middle, gets wrapped up, falls forward. Down, looks like he's down to probably what, the 6 or 7 yard line.
Yep. Knocking on the door. Timberlane trying to put this out of reach for Plymouth, whose offense has stalled. Defense is doing all they can to hold up here.
And I think the difference between Bo and Timberlane's offense is that, you know, Bo was doing pretty good running off tackle with the power, and they kind of went away from it a couple of times, and
right,
you know, it broke their momentum.
Quick pitch, number 6 again.
6. Number 24.
He walks it in, Michael. He walks it in.
Well,
too easy.
I'll tell you, number 24, Dan Post, threw a heck of a block on the outside guy for Plymouth. Took him right out of the play.
Well, the Timberlane offense is cooking, and they are on the move, and they're going to put up their 28th point if the kick goes good.
There was a flag on the play.
How do we miss that? It's only been the 10th one.
We were, and it's against Timberlane, so it takes them back to the 11-yard line. Well, we caught a break there, so I'm sure that, you know, Curtis Cross got taken out of the play on that one by number 24.
So 2nd and goal from the 11.
And they're going into they've got a power eye to the right, and quarterback. They go backside.
Easy coming wide.
This time we got a foot race.
Crowley's got him.
Crowley all over him, and he probably gets maybe a yard or 2, but Crowley stayed right with him. He couldn't outrun him.
He grabbed the stiff arm, pulled him down, but this number 6, you're right, he could be playing somewhere next year. But the offense on Timberlane and the offensive plays they're calling has got us guessing. And they are doing a great job.
Well, the other thing, they seem to be, their receivers seem to be able to block pretty well.
They have a lot of weapons.
It makes a difference when you've got receivers that can block and maintain the block. So we're looking at 3rd and goal. Quarterback stand-up pass the outside, jukes one guy, but Matt Cleary, you're not getting away from me. Matt Cleary brings him down. He juked the first man, but Matt wrapped him up, and it was a great play. It's 4th and goal. Looks like they may try to kick a field goal again, possibly. Let's see if Harrison Bloom's coming in. He is in.
Yeah, number 82. It's been good so far.
It's down. The kick is up. Somebody got a hand on it, and he caught it. Went
coming
to the
down
hands
this
of
Crowley, coming down the right side.
Corner, and he's out about the 21, 22-yard line. So
there's a break.
Somebody in that defensive line got a hand on the ball, and it fell into the arms of Jake Crowley, and Jake says thank you very much and returns it to the 22. So Bobcats, they hold again, and they got themselves into better field position than they were in. So let's see if that's enough to kind of turn the momentum a little bit here.
We avoided that score, which I can't even see that scoreboard. What is it? 20?
21-7 still. It looks like 4 minutes, 25 seconds in the 4:29 in the third quarter.
Let's get something moving here.
And there goes the 2-12. This is the game. They started the game off with that play, and they may have picked up a couple of yards on that. You know, I almost think with the quickness we have, a straight dive. I know the first time we ran it, Dylan took off with that. But I think you got a team that you can't run around, and you can't really run through. You look for the creases, and with a nose guard, you know, you're better off tackle than you are running on the guard or.
Yeah, it's got to be a quick hitter.
Yeah.
And then he's gone to secondary and foot race from there, but not since that first offensive series.
Well, the Delaware wing tee is custom made for quick hits, and even running from the speed sweep, they can do the same sort of thing. He's back to pass. And he's got, in the middle, he was wide open, ran a seam pass, number 24 for Plymouth.
Ciotti, that's too
Ciotti,
bad.
just off his hands.
Beautiful play, wide open. I don't know if he rushed it, but
No, it looked like he had a pretty good throw. I'm not sure. He got rid of it quickly, which is good, especially on that, because the guy's going to be open the first 15 yards down the field. But
another penalty?
well, let's see what we got here.
Again with Timberlane with it shooting themselves in the foot. They have got to figure this out, Michael.
Well, let's hope they don't figure it out till next game. Ooh, looks like a personal foul. Anyway, Plymouth 1st and 10 from their inside their 40, 39-yard line. So Plymouth's a little more oxygen pumped into the tent.
I think he might have hit Curtis after the ball was gone.
That could be too. Yeah.
Unnecessary.
Yeah.
There's a break. Let's take advantage.
Fullback again, cutting up.
Good
cuts
room.
through. It's a great run, about 6 yards. Eddie Camp out there leading the way.
That was Ciotti. Anthony, been a workhorse all year. They got to punch one in here and make it real. 3 minutes in this quarter, boy, the clock just ticks away.
So we're looking at 2nd and 3.
Another one.
Straight to the fullback, but he was met pretty hard straight on. He might have gotten a yard, maybe.
Yeah.
Number 50.
I don't like that spot. Big play here. 3rd down. Right around the 50-yard line. Our own 47-yard line. Is got to move the chains on this play.
Okay. Again, 2-12, and he looks like he's got the first down.
Good run.
Off tackle play.
It's a good run.
And you got Eddie Camp. You know, you see Eddie Camp coming at you, and you be ready for a party, because Eddie can really get after it. He's 5'10", 235. He's got the leverage, and he certainly's got the bulk. And Eddie is one of those kids that's really come along and done a great job. He's a captain this year, and he's a pretty good football player. So we got it, Paul.
Does he wrestle?
He might this year. Who knows? 1st and 10. 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
It's a break. Here we go with Welch.
And it's straight up
quick hit.
Fullback.
Another quick hit.
There he goes, and he is off to the races.
They're trying to strip
Hang on
him.
to that ball. We're down to about the 17-yard line. That's Mr. Ciotti, your boy.
It's those quick hits.
Well, that's just it. You know, that was a fullback trap on that, and he hit the crease, and he was off to the races. Now they're rushing. They're taking the tempo. They're on the ball. Coach is going to try to, keep it going. Again to the fullback on the 12. He cuts inside. Another nice gain.
Drags him for 5 yards. That was a good run. Who was that? That was Ciotti again, number 24.
It certainly was.
He's a workhorse. Use him.
So, and Plymouth's back in the ball. They got second at about 3. got about 7 yards on that carry.
It's really good if they could punch one in here, Michael.
Well, they certainly, I like the tempo. They're going to keep it simple with the plays they run, and they're just going to keep going. Same play to the other side, Ciotti, but
no go.
well, the linebacker came across and stuffed that. That was
no go on that one.
number 42.
We got to go 4 down territory if you.
Joe Chevelle, a senior, 6 foot 170, came in and made that stop, along with another unidentified teammate. But
3rd down, just on the 11, 12 yard line of Timberlane. We got to either get another 1st down here, or it's 4 down territory, I think, Michael, at this point.
I like Dylan with a straight dive. Whoop! Somebody jumped.
Oh my goodness!
They shifted down. We jumped. I think it's going to be against Plymouth.
That's a heartache. That makes it tough now.
Well, we'll see if it was encroachment, because, I mean, the defensive guy, if he came across at all.
Well, they're going to talk about it. Got the white hat going to figure this out and see where the ball goes. Be close to a 1st down if it's penalties against Timberlane. That'd be nice.
Well, it was 3rd and 4, so it would be if it's against Timberlane. So was it encroachment on the defense, or was it? Oh, what's the call here? Procedure against Plymouth.
Stinks. 3rd and
9.
a long 9.
Okay.
Painful.
Okay, it's still 2 down territory, and we can't settle for a field goal on this at this point in time. So we got to think about a couple of plays that'll get us at least to a 1st down.
On our 16-yard line, moving the ball well with those quick hits, Mike.
Yeah.
Chunking out some yards. There's no quit in Plymouth, I'll tell you that. They just dig in. Want to make something happen, this is where you do it. We got a timeout.
End of the 3rd.
Oh, end of the 3rd already. Wow.
So at the end of 3, Plymouth's losing to Timberlane 21-7, but they're knocking on the door to score.
All right, we'll be right back. All right, Mike. Big play here. Got to be 2 down territory. I don't know if you run it in or, I don't know. We move the ball down here now. I don't know what you do from here.
Well, we haven't seen that much of Dylan Welsh, and I like him with a straight dive. He pops through that line of scrimmage. And
right. I agree. Let's see that. Pop one quick.
This is the pitch. Oh, pitch to Ciotti, who makes a nice turn around the corner. Looks like he's going to be close to the 1st down. And that almost got stuffed on the end, but Ciotti went around him.
Yeah, he broke through there, got to the couple yard gain. Now this is a tough call right here. 4th and a long 6.
Brock Tanner lost his helmet on that one, so we had to come out for the play. And number Giovanni Ciotti is in his place. Number 30.
I know. What are they going to do here?
He just went in for Brock Tanner, so and I think he runs it. I think he's a tight end, actually.
Jake's coming out wide left. Going to be a one-on-one with number 9. I put it in the end zone. Give it to Jake. He's going to try it. There's a nice ball right there.
Right down the middle to Ciotti.
What a great play.
Anthony Ciotti, that was an excellent pass. He dropped back. He actually just got rid of that before he was going to get hit. And Ciotti came across from his setback position.
Almost looked like a delay.
Post. It might have been. But
wide open.
Plymouth needed that.
Cross put it on the numbers.
Yeah.
Boy, they needed that is right.
Yeah, that was a very well executed play and nice pass by the quarterback. And I think that what we're seeing from Curtis is that we're seeing some maturity and some he's got good control out there. And the kick is blocked.
The thrill gets blocked. What was that about?
Well,
we don't need that.
Somebody broke through and somebody up the middle.
That ball was going to be a line drive anyway. He never got off the ground, but that can't happen.
Well, that makes it awful tough. I mean, Plymouth can come back and score a touchdown. Then they got to go for 2 to win or 1 for the tie. You can't miss those extra points.
Good to see him come out this second half, make the adjustments they did, play some good defense, and then get down there on offense and put one in. A beautiful, well-thrown ball after being penalized. And Will, the throw gets blocked.
Well, again, that came up the middle.
Right.
That's something that really, it shouldn't happen. It does, obviously, but it shouldn't. And I'm sure Coach Boyle is going to be working on that next week. And it films Monday night. And I want to not be within a mile of this place because I got a feeling I might hear him.
Yeah, they do get direct.
Yeah. So Will's kicking off.
Good kick, deep.
Kicks it down to about the 6. And Bobcats coming in and up the funnel. Number 20 with the return up to about the 28, 29-yard line.
Held on to the ball. Yeah. Timberlane takes over.
That was Matthew Williams, another junior.
Brock Tanner on the tackle, last to get up. Got to hold tight right here, Michael. Stiffen up this defense, get the ball back because they're tick, tick, tick. We're down to 11 minutes.
Well, it's late in the game. This is the time when the kids are a little more tired. And who knows, maybe we're going to have a turnover at some point. Maybe it'll be a fumble or an interception. But we need something to turn this thing around and get back close. There's a trap
There's
by
a
them.
trap.
That trap.
24 taken off. What a tackle.
Again, Jake Crowley, he hits somebody and then he's down for a minute, but he gets back up.
He's getting beat up, too.
That was a great one-on-one tackle. That guy was off to the races. That was a trap that looked very, very good. It was well executed, and Jake made a great play. He probably saved 6 points on that. He picked up about 6 on the carry.
He's done that more than once today. He's showing up. Second, a long 5, 4.
Quarterback up the middle, falling blocks, cuts back. He's
oh, my goodness.
All the way down to the 50-yard line.
Oh, my goodness, right into Plymouth territory. That was a big run.
Well, and again, Dominic Capetta, he has good vision of the field. He followed his blockers. He made a cutback. He's a big, strong kid, and that was well executed on his part, too.
Timberlane has a lot of weapons. And speed, you're right. Speed is something you can't do much about.
Well, you can't teach it.
No. They're utilizing the offensive coordinator over there is making some good calls, catching our defense off guard.
Quarterback keeping it again.
Breaks the tackle, gets out, close to another first down. Meanwhile, the clock's running.
And that's the thing. Plymouth can't afford to let that clock run. I believe he was out of bounds, so I think that
got out early, yeah.
9:39 left in the game.
Only picked up 5. I thought he was closer. Another.
A false start against the Owls.
Penalty.
So that takes them back about 14, 15. So we're looking at 1st and 15 here. So there's some discipline that they probably need to work on a little bit.
Yeah, they got a lot to learn.
A lot of mistakes, but I think the team plays with a lot of passion. They're very aggressive, and you just have to kind of rein it in at times.
First down and a mile. From the shotgun again.
Quarterback keeps, and they wrap him up.
Yeah, he's going nowhere.
That was Matt Cleary in for an assist.
Cador was there.
Cador and Jeffrey Lyford.
He's a rock in the middle there.
Both were right there, made a great tackle. It's 2nd and 14 now. That's Plymouth if they can shut down the run somewhat, then they're gonna have to Timberlane's gonna have to do something different, like maybe put the ball in the air, and that's a chance for Plymouth maybe to get the ball back.
Under 9 minutes though, Mike. That clock just runs.
It's a pitch coming this way.
Who wants it?
Stretching it out right now.
Oh, he gets through a couple there.
Looks like he's got the first down.
That hurts.
That was student body right. But we got holding against Timberlane again. And that's
This is the most flags I've seen in years.
This is like
actually
Groundhog Day.
They have to clean that up.
Well, let's hope they wait till next week.
Well, we have to take advantage too, though. You don't get him second and long. He goes for 12 yards. We can't have that. Now it's
second on the bus ride.
Yeah, second and a mile, over 20 yards.
21 yards.
Let him throw it. We'll pick it off. Good idea on that. Luke Bassenwaite is in there, number 11. Big, strong kid. He can show up right now, make a big play.
It's 24.
Right up the middle.
Speed demon, and he is quick. He's almost back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
There's a fumble.
Well, and Plymouth
wants it.
They're pointing. They're going to say he was down before the fumble.
He got a few yards back, but he has still 15 yards on a third down play here from the 45, their own 45. Hold him here and get a punt, Michael.
So we're looking at third and 15.
Hold him here, make him punt, and go to work because we're under 8 minutes now, and the clock keeps ticking. It's a position that Plymouth has not been in too often.
Now we get the quarterbacks under center. We've got a jet sweep formation, single back. Straight ahead to the fullback. He breaks a tackle, gets outside. Number 6 is one tough fella. And he picked up about 5 or 6 on that.
He is scary.
Yeah, he's good.
He is scary. He's keeping the offense moving, but fourth down, I think they have to punt, no?
On this, I don't know. I think that they're confident enough that they can. They have
from
enough
the Plymouth
confidence.
45-yard line.
I think they're going to go for it.
4th and 6. This is a gutsy call.
Well,
I mean, you could put Plymouth in the hole.
They may pitch the ball to the far side towards the tower.
Under 7 minutes. This is a gutsy call. Trying to get us to jump. We're not jumping.
That could be. And they're going to probably punt from here.
They're going to get a procedure call in 30 seconds. They don't get that ball, right?
They just called timeout. So that's what it was. They were going to have to draw an offside.
Yeah, that's a good try.
Yeah.
Good discipline. Plymouth hold their ground. Don't take the bait. And they are going to punt.
You know, again, that's a part of good coaching when you know.
Exactly.
You know, you pull in that sort of thing, hoping maybe you get Plymouth to jump. Plymouth doesn't make a lot of those mistakes, though. They're pretty attuned to the snap and of the ball.
Yeah, they are. They don't want to beat themselves. They've worked on that. It's part of the program, actually.
So now we're looking. You know, Timberlane wants to have Plymouth go 100 yards or so for the for the touchdown. So they're going to try to push them back as much as they can. Plymouth has got single back. Plymouth may probably try to block this thing. I think Plymouth generally tries to block every punt.
Yeah, I would. You got Dylan back. I would rush this guy.
They have special plays for it, though. Let's see what happens here.
Doesn't look like a attempt to block.
No.
Nice kick. Dylan.
Well, he's
Can he
staying
get in
away.
the end zone? Oh, for crying out loud. Where is it? On the 1.5 yard line?
I should never have said
He's on my
they
edge.
want to make him go 100 yards.
That's terrible.
Well, we're looking at 6.5 minutes in the fourth quarter.
What is it, on the 6-inch line?
Plymouth's.
That is awful.
That's a tough call. I mean, I
I don't see the goal line down there either. I don't know what happened with the chalk. They must have run out of paint. There's not one on either end.
Well, maybe it's a budget cut.
No. Could have used all the paint with the Bobcats in the middle, but no, I don't see the goal line.
Just kidding, Kyla. We got 1st and 10 from the Plymouth 2-inch line.
No kidding.
And
This is going to be a great run.
and here we go. I believe last year was there a 97-yard touchdown?
Cole Johnston.
Okay, well, who knows? Maybe
Why not?
deja vu.
Quick hitter up the middle. Let's get him out of the hole anyway. A couple yards. Up close to the 4-5. Well, that's not a break. Approaching the 6-minute mark.
Well, again, I still like the quick hitter. I like the dive. I would love to see Dylan take that in the 7 or the 3 hole and just break through. They ran their off tackle play last time, which has been good for them.
Crowley is out wide. One-on-one out there.
We're in speed sweep motion. Straight ahead,
Right
up the middle.
Good call. He's going to get some yards.
A good run. A good run. Be 3rd down and about 3.
It's Anthony Ciotti. Got a couple yards to go for the first. We got to move the chains here. Have got to move the chains here.
Yeah.
Another quick hitter.
I still like Dylan on that dive, but
5.5 minutes. Usually this is very much to Plymouth's advantage, but right now they're fighting the clock, and a tough Timberlane team wants to go home with a win, make that bus ride a little easier. According to our producer, Andrew Fenn, the last game lost here was 2016.
well, you just jinxed it.
I've been told that. Got a timeout? I don't know that call, do you?
Was it a clock thing? The
I don't know.
The clock is still running.
Yeah, well, that stinks.
Yeah. Here's the trap,
Oh,
and it gets stuffed.
oh, painful.
0 for 3.
Yeah, that did not work today. It's worked in the past. I think that was Brock or maybe Dylan. 26-28. What a tough call. Now, Parker Eastman back in his own end zone deep. Has to get a good one off. 4 minutes and 19 seconds and ticking.
Okay, well, let's get a little better protection this time. I'm sure Coach Boyle has coached them up on this. Good snap.
Oh, that was close.
And let's get a little, we got a Plymouth roll. Okay.
Right to the
Just
49 of Plymouth.
Yep. So we're going to, Timberlane, good field position.
3 minutes, 56 seconds. Plymouth is down in a hard-fought game.
Well, I think this is the time, if I'm Timberlane, I'm just going to punch it straight ahead, pick up 3 or 4, carry.
Get one first down. The clock's going to run.
Yeah. And we're going to see timeouts galore, as many as Coach Sanborn has. I think he has all 3 in the second half. They're in a power eye, going to give the tailback.
Oh, this
6.
kid is money.
He breaks 1 tackle, but I'll tell you what.
That kid is money. Stays in bounds. The clock's running. Pretty close prediction by Union Leader or the Brown, whoever that is.
Matt Cleary, nice stick on that.
Yeah, he's had a long day. He's been out there. He's almost in every tackle. No quit. These guys play hard, but not their day today, apparently. They couldn't dare pass the ball, could they, Mike?
I don't think it would be wise, but they could. I mean, when you're sitting on a 8-point lead,
Plymouth territory.
with 3 minutes left, and you 2nd and 5, I think I'd pound it. Little mix-up. The second guy, but he breaks tackle, cuts through, and he's down for a first down.
Painful. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. That's tough.
Well, that was a good run, too. That halfback,
A very good run.
That halfback stopped, looked at his blockers, slid off to the side, cut through, picked up an extra 2 or 3 yards. And, you know, it's these juniors and seniors for Timberlane are seasoned. They had a great team last year, so all these juniors that were sophomores were playing at a pretty high level then. So
They've been together since Pop Warner, Mike.
yeah.
So they've been together a while. This could be their year.
So we're down to 2 minutes, 40 seconds. 1st and 10. Tailback again, cuts
This
it outside, and he gets wrestled down by number 81, Jake Crowley.
Yeah, all day. He's worked hard out there, Jake.
But he picked up about 6-7 yards, I believe. Well,
You know, it's amazing. You look back on this game. It was that handoff to number 70. That was a difference maker. You think about it.
yeah. Well, Coach Lamb just called timeout. He's going to talk to the defense, and I'm sure he's going to be talking to them about ripping the ball out if you get a guy stood up.
Try and strip.
Punch it out, some of those things. You never can tell. But, you know, one thing I think you learn over the years, and I mean decades back with Coach Lenahan, is that you don't count them out. I mean, I've seen so many games that Plymouth's come back and won. But you won't find the Plymouth boys laying down. They're going to, you know, and they should hold their heads high. They played a good game against a very, very good team. And like I said earlier, Paul, I think they may see each other again at some point.
No, they fought hard. Timberlane's legit. They got a lot of skill players, a lot of speed. And the offensive coordinator called some really good plays today, mixing it up and keeping our defense off balance. But I'm telling you, the handoff to number 7, that's a 7-point game. It's a 1-point game now. Really tough. Yeah, Plymouth digging in here.
They're going to straight hand off the
Oh, no.
He's off to the races. That's 6 points.
That's what we thought could happen when you're all on the line. This kid's been killing us all day, though. He's tough. The number 6, he's a player.
Yeah.
He's going to take him right into the playoffs. He had a great day today. He could feel good about it. That was a good play, a good run, good call. Those quick hitters.
Well, you know, who is it? Was it our friend Yogi Berra that said it ain't over till it's over? So we got 2 minutes and 14 seconds left, and we got a couple home run potential hitters on their return team, so we'll see what happens. Kick is up, and it is good. And it's 27-13 Timberlane.
Looks like an 8.
28-13. My mistake. Well, next Friday night, the Bobcats travel to North Conway to play the Kennett Eagles, which has been a long-standing rivalry between the two schools. By the statistics, Kennett seems to be down a little bit this year, but again, when you play a rival team, the emotion enters and anything can happen. And the Plymouth kids are going to want to get back on track if they don't catch them today. But like I said, we haven't, it ain't over till it's over.
Dylan's back with Jake Crowley. Yeoman's work today, both those guys. Defense and offense playing hard. Jake's had some great open field tackles.
Harrison Bloom kicking off, number 82. Kick is up. Goes back to Dylan. We got a return to the right.
He's still on his feet, going down the sideline, trying to get out of bounds there.
Just short of the 30, I think, Paul. They tried to get the wall set up, but I'll tell you what they were doing is that Timberlane was crashing through the wall. And they were crashing into it deep downfield. So they had a good speed and some tough kids to go in there and break it up. So it doesn't allow that wall to get set up. So I think at this point in time, you're going to see the ball getting thrown a bit.
Throw that play that Ricciotti scored on over the middle. Looked like a delay. Nobody paying attention. He sneaks out there. It was a well-thrown ball.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is a seam pass usually, that was wide open too. They haven't run that again, but we'll see what happens here. Back to pass. Backside coming out.
Oh!
Backside corner. I think you're going to see that whichever way he rolls, the backside's going to come. And they just tell him that. They just say, you see him, you see his
they know
back,
we're going to
go get him.
Yeah, we have to pass. They know we that's the first time I think Jake's been Curtis has been sacked this year. I don't know that he's been sacked yet this year. So Timberlane, they're going to tee off.
So we got a timeout here, and looking at next week, Timberlane is going to play at home Guilford Belmont, and that'll be a good test. Let us see what Guilford Belmont's got. They're undefeated, I believe, this year. We'll see who they're playing. Actually, today they're playing Lebanon. So, and Lebanon's had 41-13 at the end of 3 quarters. So, needless to say, Guilford Belmont may be a little banged up next week.
That's the real first opponent. They hadn't had much of a challenge so far.
Yeah, and Lebanon's legit. They're tough, very physical. So we're back.
Again, we're going to try it.
He eludes. The quarterback eludes one tackler, and then he gets tackled again.
Sacked again in the back. Could not outrun this.
And couldn't throw it away.
Minute and 36 seconds and counting.
Third and 25.
Curtis coming over for a play, apparently. Not the hurry-up offense we thought.
No, they're not going to let anybody get behind them. We could complete a 20-yard pass, and they're not going to let us go any further back. And time is certainly on their side. The clock is ticking. There's 1 minute, 9 seconds left. And we get a timeout for Plymouth again. I believe that is their last one. We had one on the defense, and Coach Sanborn's got his second one here, so that's 3. So, Plymouth fans, it's a tough afternoon for the Bobcats. They're down 15 points right now. They would need to score a touchdown right now, get an onside kick, recover it, and score again in order to get close enough. They have to have a 2-point extra point, at least one of them. So that's the wish list.
Well, Timberlane knows. They sacked him, Curtis, twice. They're teeing off on the line. They have nothing. They got 6 guys deep in the back. It's, like you said, it's going to be hard to break one here.
Well, I've seen Plymouth teams that have lost during the season have come back and won the whole shooting match. So if they do lose today, they're definitely not out. That's the trap. And this
there it
time,
is.
And the trap worked because they're all spread out. And that's going to be 4th down. We got under a minute now. It's going to be 4th down and 10, 15 yards. And Plymouth will go for it.
Well, they're going to let the clock run down, so there's not much left, right?
Yeah, it's it's between a rock and a hard place because, if you do get a first down, you still want some time. And if you don't get it, then you've got the football being taken by Timberlane. But
I don't think Timberlane, they'll take a knee.
I would think so, but you never know. It's a handoff to the fullback, and he's just grinding down. We're down to 20 seconds. It was Ciotti with the carry. Timberlane takes over on downs, 1st and 10. And been a tough day. Plymouth hit the ground running. Scored in the first 3 plays of the game. I think it took Timberlane aback a little bit, but then they got their feet under them and they played their game. So this is a very good Timberlane team.
Yeah, they're going to take a knee. That's the way to do it.
Nothing to be ashamed of, certainly, the Plymouth boys. And I know that they're going to take this in stride. They're going to be pretty ticked off at themselves, and they're going to get right back in. And that's all she wrote, fans. We'll see you next Friday up at Kennett, where they'll take on the Eagles. I believe it's a 7 p.m. game. And we'll sign it off for Paul Ferentz and myself. Thanks for watching, and see you next week.